last, an approach to teaching and learning that connects the traditional classroom to the real world at Central Methodist University. Now you can learn the way you live and the way you'll work with the new Digital U, available only on the campus of CMU. Be more.
Here at Rick Ball Ford Lincoln, my team is driven to be different. Different in a great way because we're going to give you the very best customer satisfaction anywhere. One of the parts about our dealership you will love is our 1995 oil changes. You get a free alignment check. You get a free multi-point inspection. You get a free car wash. Everybody will get all of that combined for $19.95. Stop by today or come visit us at rickball.com.
Welcome to Puckett Fieldhouse, Campus Central Methodist University. Lady Eagles against the Lady Ravens from Benedictine today. This is Charlie Brown. I will have the play-by-play for you. Sparse crowd. Students are gone for Thanksgiving break. Saturday afternoon basketball. And I will tell you, as soon as I grab the right form, Benedictine comes into play with an overall record of 5-2 and 3-0 in the heart. Lady Eagles 2-1 overall, 1-1 in the heart. After their loss last week at Mid-America Nazarene. Second home game of the year for the Lady Eagles. They're a little short-handed today as Nana Massanet is not playing because of COVID contact with someone. So she is the leading scorer for the Lady Eagles, and she is not going to be in the ball game as I'm looking at stats and trying to find out what I need from the stat sheet on the Lady Eagles. Massanet not being able to play takes 21.7 points out of their lineup, so they're going to have to get some scoring from somewhere. We'll have the starters for you in just a second. As I do some bookwork here real quick, they just put the starters up for Benedictine, and we'll get those to you in just a second. But here are your starters for Central today in this game. They will start out with Zariah Jones, a 5'3" senior guard from Seattle, Washington. Armani Pulling, 5'7" junior guard, Denver, Colorado. Vonda Kuamba, 5'11" junior from Maputo, Mozambique. Michelle Nichols, 5'10" senior out of Auckland, New Zealand. And number 21, Nat Spiegel, a 5'9" junior out of Montebello, California. Those are your starters for the Lady Eagles. You'll get their names up on the screen here in just a little bit, as I now have to flip over and look for the starters for Mid-America. Allie Kramer, a 5'7" freshman guard out of Seneca, Kansas. She's number 3. Number 4, Sam Brennan, a 5'8" senior from Cape Girardeau, Missouri. Natalie Schmerin, a 6'2" senior out of Maple Plains, Minnesota. Skylar Washington, a 5'10" junior out of Gardner, Kansas. And Allie Brzezowski, a 6'1" junior out of Hera, Oklahoma. So the Lady Ravens have a height advantage, as the tallest two players on the floor for Central are Kuamba at 5'11" and Nichols at 5'10". Benedictine starts a 6-2. That's Smarin, and a 6-1 Brzezowski. And I think Brzezowski had a sister on this team last year. But Allie Brzezowski, junior, at 6-1. So we're not far off. We're a little over 3 minutes away from the introduction of the starting lineups, from the prayer and the national anthem, and then the introduction of the starting lineups. And we'll be just about set to go with action from here at Puckett Fieldhouse. Students are on break. A few students still on campus, but not very many. And they are not coming back after Thanksgiving break, as they have 1 week of classes and then a week of finals. So they're going to go virtual for the next week of classes and then virtual for their tests, for their finals. And then the semester will be over. Talking to Coach Davis, he's got probably 5 girls who will be eligible second semester. So he's got some more firepower coming in shortly. He's shorthanded today. He's got 2 players down ill or in contact with someone who was ill and has to be quarantined a little bit to make sure until they get the test results back on all of that. So he's a little short-handed today, but he's got lots of ball players, and he's got 5 more on the way soon. So we're about set. We got men's action after this gets done. And on the men's side, Central at 3-2 and 2-0 in the conference on a 3-game winning streak against Benedictine, 5-2 and 2-1 in the conference. So as I look, I was going to look and see if I could see who Benedictine has played and beaten that Central has played. Both sides have beaten Missouri Valley. Both sides have lost to Mid-America. So we're about ready for things to take place. On the Benedictine side, scoring-wise, they are led by Skylar Washington. She averages 13.3 points per ball game. Right behind her is Allie Brzezowski. She averages 11 a game. Natalie Smarin averages 9.6, so almost 3 girls with double-digit scoring. Allie Kramer at 7.5 per game, and then rounding out the starting lineup, Sam Brennan at 4.4. For the Lady Eagles, again, they're led by Nana Massonet, but she is not playing today. So the leading scorers they'll have on the floor are Armani Pulling at 13 points per ball game, Michelle Nichols at 12.7, and Vonda Kwamba averages 8 points per ball game. And I'm looking to see where Natalie Spiegel averages 5 points per ball game, and getting the start today is Zaria Jones. And she has not played much, if any, yet this year. So Benedictine's out on the court, ready for the national anthem. Eagles lined up. We'll get the prayer and the anthem, and then we'll be back with the starting lineups right after this.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Puckett Fieldhouse for today's basketball matchup between Benedictine College and your Central Methodist Eagles. We ask that all players, coaches, and spectators abide by the NAIA Champions of Character values. Those are respect, integrity, responsibility, servant leadership, and sportsmanship. We remind you that as we continue to battle through the fluid COVID-19 pandemic, we ask that each of you do your part during this contest by remaining socially distant and wear your mask at all times throughout the duration of competition. After the contest is over, we ask that all fans exit the venue in a swift manner, and please do not congregate or wait to interact with student athletes. Thank you. We would also like to thank our corporate partners for their continued support of CMU athletics: MFA Oil, LeBron Home, Jennings Premium Meats, Community Auto Sales and Service, Airlink Rural Broadband, Drury Hotels, Missouri Pacific Lumber, Howard County Electric, and Commercial Trust Company. At this time, would you please rise and remove your hats for a prayer to be followed by the playing of our national anthem. pray for the safety of these athletes, protect them from injury and harm. Help us to honor you today in all we do on and off the court, and make us witnesses to your glory. In Christ's name we pray. Amen.
And there is your national anthem, and we're just about set to go.
The starters for today's contest. First, for our guest on the scoreboard, the Benedictine Ravens. At guard, a 5'6" freshman, number 3, Allie Kramer.
Allie Kramer, 5'7" freshman. Sam Brennan, number 4, a 5'8" senior out of Cape. Natalie Schmerin, a 6'2" senior out of Maple Plain, Minnesota. Skylar Washington, 5'10", junior out of Gardner, Kansas. And Allie Brzezowski, a 6'1", junior out of Hera, Oklahoma.
Your starters for your Central Methodist Eagles. At guard, a 5'3" senior from Seattle, Washington, number 2,
Zariah Jones. She's a 5'3" senior out of Seattle. Armani Pulling, a 5'7" junior out of Denver, Colorado. Vanda Kwamba, a 5'11" junior out of Mozambique. 14, Michelle Nichols, a 5'10" senior out of Auckland, New Zealand. Natalia Spiegel, number 21, a 5'9" junior out of Montebello, California. There's your starting lineups. We'll get the starters off the screen and get the scoreboard put back up for you. And we'll be ready for action here on the Eagle Sports Network. Thanks for joining in. We got a doubleheader. Men's action comes up about 25 minutes after this one will end. And we'll have that one for you as well as Coach Sherman and his troops take on the Ravens. Coach Davis has one more word. Again, I remind you that Central is without Nana Massanet today. She's out. She leads the team with a 21-point scoring average. So she is a big loss to the ball game. But as Coach Davis says, it's time for somebody else to step up. So Kwamba and Brzezowski to jump center, and we're almost underway. And we are underway, and Central gets the tip. And this is Jones with the basketball. She's the replacement on the court. There's a pick on top by Nichols. Pulling underneath, going inside. Hook goes up, but just a little bit too hard, as that was Kwamba that had an open shot at it, but missed the first shot of the ball game. Quickly on the other, this is Brennan inside. And there will be a foul underneath, and that's going to go on Spiegel, and that's going to be a problem. The size, as that was Schmerin underneath. Or Allie Brzezowski backed in. All the way out to the top to Brennan. Inside it goes, backing in, and up and in for the basket. That's Schmerin. Schmarin with her first basket of the ball game. 2-0. 3 on the way by Pulling, no good. Rebound comes down. That is Kramer with it in a hurry. Brzezowski underneath. Big height advantage, and it's 4-0. Nichols dribbles right. Pull up. 8-foot jumper in the air and good. Michelle Nichols with her first points. Kramer with the basketball, pulling on her. Beats, goes down the lane, goes to the hoop, lays it up too hard, tipped around, ends up back in the hands of Skylar Washington, and she resets. Kramer with it again. Inside it goes, height advantage. Nichols trying to hold her ground inside. Little left-hander goes up, tipped around, ends up back in the hands of Smarin. Underneath, nice cut, but missing the little chippy underneath is Brennan. Quickly down the floor, but losing the handle on the ball was Kwamba. Into the corner. They're going to look inside because they've got an advantage there. 3 on the way and good by Allie Kramer. Spiegel, left wing. Goes left around the person guarding her. Nichols with a 3 on the way. Back iron, no good. Tipped around, goes outside. And Kramer down with it. Going to go right to the hoop, right through the defense, and lays it up and in. And Coach Davis has seen enough early to take a timeout. And it's 9-2, and we're just 2 minutes and 15 seconds into this as the size of Benedictine inside is a problem for the Lady Eagles. As they are going, they get inside. They've got 5'10", 6'1", and 6'2". Lady Eagles, on the other hand, are their 3 tallest players are 5'9", 5'10", and 5'11". So everybody's got a little bit of a disadvantage. It'll take some running and some good outside shooting to offset the height differential. So Jones brings it across the midcourt line. Got Kramer on her. Now a switch. She's got a big one on her, so she's got a speed advantage there. Spiegel, top of the key. Free throw line. Going to take it down the lane. Puts it up. It's too hard, and down with a rebound is Kramer. Pushes it up the court. Tipped away right into the hands of Nichols. She's going to hold up, look up ahead. Pass for Pulling gets tipped away. Another turnover for the Lady Eagles. And there's another turnover by Benedictine, and this one ends up in Kwamba's hands, who throws it to Pulling. She spots for a 3, passes on it. Nichols straight away for a 3. In the air and good. Trey on the way and good. For Michelle Nichols, she's got all 5 of the central points, and it's 9-5 in favor of the Ravens. Kramer kills her dribble, finds Brzezowski. Brennan looks inside to Brzezowski, not there. Gets it out to Schmarin. Around comes Brennan, bumped on the play, puts it up, can't get it to go. Spiegel with a rebound, tries to get it out ahead to Kwamba. She's going to give it off to Pulling, back to Kwamba, back up, laying in. That's what the Lady Eagles are going to have to do, and Benedictine takes a timeout as their coaching staff has seen enough of that and going to stop it. Chad Folsom, the head coach over there, assistant coaches Andy Conley and Andy McGill. For the Lady Eagles, Mike Davis in his 19th season. His assistant coaches are Remy Laurie and Veronica Preciado. So 9-7. So within a minute and 20 seconds, the Eagles go on a 5-0 run, and it's 9-7 as we're in this first period. Into the ball game, 3 substitutes for Benedictine. Number 12, Heather Ronnebaum. 20, Kinley Nelson. And we'll get the other number for you in just a second as to who the third person who came in. 32, Elia Raines down the lane, trying to get the ball inside. Tipped around, goes out of bounds. It will be Benedictine ball as it was knocked out of bounds by Lady Eagle. 15 on the shot clock. As Benedictine counters with less size, more speed. Into the corner. Fakes a three, down the lane. Left-hand shot goes up, no good. Tipped around, and it's going to go out of bounds, and it will be Central basketball on the side. As Ronnebaum took it down the lane, couldn't get the runner to go. So Jones will bring it up against pressure. Got Kwamba setting a pick for her. She goes around it. Defender goes behind. There's Nichols. Hit a three from there just a second ago. Pulling. Looking for a way to get to the hoop. Finds her way to the hoop. Puts it up. Little runner won't go. And Schmerin with a rebound. Ball fake down the lane. Stuck, and there's going to be a foul, and that's going to be on Spiegel, and that's her second personal foul.
Eagle foul number 21. Natalia Spiegel, that foul, her second.
Nat Spiegel with her second.
Entering the contest for the Eagles, number 5, Savannah Lang.
Savannah Lang checks in. Spiegel goes out with her 2 fouls. Underneath. Stop there, but kick to the corner. 3 on the way. Long. Nichols with a rebound. Looks up. Gets the ball to Pulling on the wing. Inside it goes, but just a little too tall for Kwamba. Allie Brzezowski checks back in. Natalie Schmerin checks out. This is Nelson with the basketball. She's a junior guard out of Gardner, Kansas. Got Pulling on her. Pulling looking to pick her pocket when she gets a chance. Ronnebaum down the lane. Stops, puts it up, banks it up and in left-handed. 11-7. Pulling again with the ball. Going to get a pick from Kwamba. Pick and roll, bounce pass, lays it up and good. 11-9. Almost a steal by Jones. Now she hustles to get back in position. She does. Ronnebaum with it. Onto the wing. Inside it goes to Brzezinski. She reels to the basket, puts it up left-handed, too hard, tipped around, goes out of bounds, and it'll be Central basketball. Leah Johnson checks in. Nichols checks out. Twyla Carrasquillo checks in. Jones. Eagles looking to tie or take the lead for the first time in the ball game. Kwamba down the lane, pick and roll. Nobody stayed with her. Everybody went with the roller. Pick with the picker, and she just takes it to the hoop, and we're tied at 11. Brzezowski. Ball fake. She's got somebody bigger on her now, so she kicks it out. 3 on the way, won't go. Kwamba with a rebound. Pulling. Behind the back. To the hoop. Kicks it out to the corner. Jones with a 3 on the way, won't go. Rebound underneath. That's Leah Johnson with it. Back inside to her. Now she gets her shot blocked, but foul will go against Allie Brzezowski. Her first personal foul. Tied at 11, 3:39 to go. Nichols checks right back in. Kwamba checks out. Johnson at the line. First free throw hit back of the rim. No good. Second free throw good, and the Lady Eagles have their first lead at 12-11. Johnson averaging 5.7 off the bench. Brzezowski. Tip knocked away by Pulling. She's going to race her way down the floor, try and cut through, step through, puts it up, can't get it to go, but there's Johnson with a rebound. She puts it up and good. Leah Johnson. Rebound basket, foul, and she'll go to the free throw line to shoot to make a traditional three-point play. Johnson, a 50% free throw shooter on the season, made one of the first two she's got. She's got a third one here, and it's good. She's got 4 in the ball game. 3-point advantage for the Lady Eagles. Brennan, straight up, doesn't want to take a three. Kramer, Brzezowski, she's going to take a three from straight away and hit it. Allie Brzezowski makes it a 15-14 game in favor of the Lady Eagles. Jones going to pull it out and run a little clock, run a little offense. Got Kramer on her, gets a pick, goes around another pick. Here comes inside, it goes to Johnson. She wheels, puts it up. She'll be called for an offensive foul. Leah Johnson call for a shove off inside. Her first personal foul, third team foul. 2 fouls against Benedictine, 3 against the Lady Eagles. Pressure put on by the Lady Eagles here. Kramer with the basketball. Pulling, watching her. Kramer steps across half court. Casario. Brennan to the basket, kicks it out to the corner. That's Kramer, doesn't want it. Down the lane. Nobody wants to take the shot. Oh, and there's a foul called on a bailout with 3 seconds to go. And that looks like that's going to go Leah Johnson, her second foul. And just like that, Vonda Kwamba getting ready to check back in after a quick break. And Johnson will go out, but Johnson scored 4 while she was in. Allie Kramer at the free throw line. She's a 65% free throw shooter. She's got a pair with 2:12 to go here in the opening period of play. No good. It's a 2-shot foul as they battle for the rebound, but she gets another free throw. She's got 5 points in the ball game. She only averages 7.5, and she's got 5 here in the opening period. Second one is good, and we're tied at 15. Jones and Nichols in the backcourt. Back and forth, get it across. They do. Kwamba on the baseline, going to try and spin her way in, loses the handle on it, and it's taken away. She's looking for Lang, couldn't get it there. Open lane, right to the basket, puts it up, no good, but there's going to be a foul called on the play. As that is Aaliyah Raines. Lang picks up the foul, her first. Team foul number 5 with 1:49 to go. Aaliyah Raines at the free throw line, shooting a pair. First one is around and no good. She is a 45% free throw shooter. Looking to give Benedictine a 1-point advantage. Second one rattles around but falls, and it's 16-15 in favor of Benedictine. Jones, one dribble, kills her dribble. She's got to look up. She gets it up the court. And that is Vanessa Hughes in the ball game now for the Lady Eagles. Down the lane goes Nichols, too hard, tipped around and into the hands of Schmerin, who's back in the ball game. Kramer Brennan down the lane, going to kick it back out. Schmerin trying to find her way down the lane. Does, puts it up too hard, won't go, off the glass. Kicked out in a hurry. Here comes Lang, 1-on-2. She's going to take it down the lane, lay it up, hits the front of the rim, but a foul will be called. And Savannah Lang will go to the free throw line.
Freeman foul number 32, Aaliyah Raines. That foul her 13th foul. Entering the contest, number 35, Skylar Washington.
First free throw good. Ties the game back up at 16 with 1:10 to go. Second free throw by Lang, also good. She is a freshman from Cape Coral, Florida, playing in the Mike Davis system. 17-16 in favor of the Lady Eagles. Lang all over Kramer. This is Kramer, got it back, goes around Lang, goes to the hoop. Nice pass underneath and laid up and in. Karaskia with the basket off the nice assist. There's a foul on the floor as Kwamba took it to the hoop, but foul on the floor, and that'll go, I think, on Schmerin. First personal foul on her. Fourth team foul, 41 to go, 23 on the shot clock. It'll be Lang to bring it in. That's Hughes in the corner, top of the screen. Jones, top of the free throw line, or top of the key. Phillips looking for somewhere to go, or Nichols rather. She gets it back inside, turns, tries to muscle her way in. Hughes calls for it in the corner, 8 on the shot clock. Now Hughes has got the 3 lined up, comes up short, grazes the rim, and Kramer out with a rebound. Shot clock is off, 14 on the game clock. Kramer double teamed. Down the lane, getting its ball inside. That foul called, and that'll go on Nichols inside as Schmerin turned to put it up. Got bodied out a little bit, missed the shot. She'll go to the free throw line. First personal foul on Nichols. First free throw good. Extends the lead out to 2. Second free throw spins in as well. 5 seconds. Got to hurry the ball up the floor. Here comes Jones. Got Lang in the corner for 3 on the way. Would have counted if it gone, but it doesn't. So the score at the end of the first period of play is 20-17 in favor of Benedictine. We will be back in 30 seconds here on the Eagle Sports Network with period number 2 from Puckett Field.
At last, an approach to teaching and learning that connects the traditional classroom to the real world at Central Methodist University. Now you can learn the way you live and the way you'll work with the new Digital U, available only on the campus of CMU. Be more.
1 quarter in the books. Score 20-17 in favor of Benedictine. They got off to a fast start. We're up 7-2 about 2 minutes into the ball game. Eagles battle back to get a lead. And then Benedictine went on a little run at the end of the period. And it is 20-17 in favor of the Lady Ravens. Nichols pulling, Kwamba, Jones, and Lang, it looks like, will be the players on the floor for the Lady Eagles. Nat Spiegel has 2 personal fouls. Leah Johnson came into the ball game, got 4 points, couple rebounds, also picked up 2 fouls, so she's over on the sideline, and we're back to action. It's Kramer, Brennan, Skylar Washington, who's their leading scorer, and I don't think she's scored yet. She has not. Casasquillo and Schmerin on the floor. This is Kramer down the lane. Turns around, banks it up and in. Stretches it out to 5. This is Lang on the run. She wants to go baseline spin, can't do it. Nichols spots up for a 3 in the air and good. Michelle Nichols with 8. As we're just back underway here in period number 2. This is Washington. Goes to the hoop, little runner up, bounces off no good. Jones with a rebound. She's the point guard, so if she could get it out, she got away with a walk. Pulling with it now, Armani pulling with it. Tries to get a pick, goes baseline, behind her back. Step back jumper, won't go. She faded and it hit the front of the rim. Kramer out with the ball on the run. Brennan got a wide open 3 look and hits it. Sam Brennan. Her first points of the ball game. She's got 3, and it's back to a 5-point advantage. Pulling. Jones. Brzezowski at the scorer's table, ready to come back in. Couple of picks. Jones goes around all of them, gets a switch off, so now she can look for Nichols, because Nichols has got a switch, but she goes that way, and it's back to who was guarding Nichols in the first place. Here comes Kwamba with a pick. Nichols going to step back. Thought about it, didn't take it. Down to 5. Kwamba inside, banks it off the glass. Can't get it to go, just a little too hard. Brennan with a rebound, but tipped by Pulling into Lang's hands, and she's going to take it to the hoop. Puts it up left-handed. Can't get it to go. And Brennan with a rebound. Back and forth we go. Up and down the court. 8:18 to go. Schmerin gets her shot blocked inside. Rebound comes down. Shot put back up. No good. And Carasasquillo. Raines back in. Runenbaugh and Brzezowski back in. Spiegel back in for the Eagles. Carasquillo hits her first free throw. 6-point advantage. That's closest to the biggest lead. Sub getting ready to come in for the free throw shooter. If she makes this one, and she does. And that's Raines, who now gets to come in. 7-point advantage early in period number 2. Ahead to Pulling over her head. She's going to have to run it down. Tipped around. Save, but right into the hands of Kwamba. Spiegel top of the key. Nichols thinks about it. Does take the 3. That one rattles around, no good. Kwamba with a rebound. Puts it up and in. Vonda Kwamba. She's got 6 in the game. Kramer. Brzezowski wants to drive on Nichols. Doesn't. Hands it off instead. Spin move in the lane. That's Washington. She gets it up. Underhanded left hand. Goes in. Oh, that was Raines, rather. She gets her first couple of points of the game. Here's Pulling on the run. Bounce pass to Kwamba. Can't get it to go as it rolls out. Couple of nice passes. Just can't get the ball to fall right now for the Lady Eagles. Kramer. Tannenbaugh, and a foul called. First foul on Kwamba. Second team foul of this period. They're having a conversation, the officials, about something. There's so few people here, you can hear everything that's being said. If we listen carefully, we'll hear the officials talking, because there's something going on with the board here, one of the boards here that has audio coming in that everybody's kind of wondering what is that and where is that coming from. As they're talking at the scorer's table about something, and we'll see what gets changed. 29-22 is the score with 7:10 to go. 20 on the shot clock. Inside it goes to Brzezowski. She kicks it out to the corner. To the hoop again. Putting it up, no good. Jones with another rebound. Ahead of the pack. Kwamba on the run. Oh, that's Pulling on the run. Lays it up and in. Armani Pulling. Her first basket of the ball game. She's got 2, and it's to 29-24. And there's an offensive foul called, illegal screen. Skylar Washington with the foul, her first. Kinley Nelson back in. Kramer checks out. Jones with the basketball. Nichols with it, free throw line. Let's traffic clear. Turns around, jumper on the way. Off the side, no good. And Ronabaum with a rebound. Has her shot blocked by Kwamba. Nichols up ahead. Nice pass to Pulling. Lays it up and can't get it to go. But there's Kwamba with a rebound. She lays it up and in. She's got 10 in the ball game. 10 of the 26 for the Lady Eagles. She's been very active. Raines. They want to go. And there's an offensive foul called as Jones set up, got her position and waited for the contact. Down she went. Foul called. Skylar Washington, that's her second personal foul. She will check out, and Schmerin will check back in. 29-26. Coach Davis barks out his signal of what he wants for a setup. Looks like a single low post coming. Jones right around to pick. Nichols straight away. 3 ball in the air. Good. Ties it up. 11 points for her. 2 Lady Eagles in double figures with 11 and 10, and we're tied at 29 with 5:34 to go. Behind the back, can't get anywhere. That was Raines. Schmerin. Brzezowski. There's a 3 in the air. Unless it banks in, it's not going. It didn't, and it doesn't. Jones with a rebound. Ahead to Spiegel. She sizes it up. Nichols yells at her she's behind. She's got the ball. Pulls up in the lane. Too hard. Won't go. Down goes Nichols. No foul called. And here comes Benedictine on the run. Right down the lane is Raines. Kicks it to the corner, and there's an offensive foul. Benedictine takes the ball to the hoop hard. The Lady Eagles have decided they're going to set up shop down there and look for a little contact and go down and get a charge. That's the third offensive foul of this period against the Lady Ravens. Nichols inbounds the ball. Jones with it, brings it across. They crisscross. Spiegel now with it. Gets a pick from Kwamba. Backs up behind the line, looks inside, wants to go to Nichols, gets it to her. Brzezowski on her. Wants everybody to get out of the way. Kwamba, 10 on the shot clock, plenty of time, and we got a travel called. As Kwamba took a couple of steps, got a step in before she got the ball on the ground, on the floor. That's turnover number 6 against the Eagles. Nelson now with the ball with Pulling watching her. She decides to go right. That's Brennan. Top of the key to Ronabaum. Pick and roll. There's Brzezowski. Shot won't go. Jones with another rebound. She's small, but she's got rebounds. I think that's her fourth rebound. Pulling with a 3 on the way. Gets nothing but net. Armani Pulling gives the Lady Eagles a lead, and Coach Davis takes another quick timeout. So when he does that, we'll take one along with him. Lady Eagles now up 32-29, 4:01 to go. We'll be back in 30 seconds here on the Eagles Sports Network.
How do you make traditional education more effective for today's job market? You transform it at Central Methodist University. Now the only limit to your education is your imagination. The new Digital U, available only on the campus of CMU. Be more.
We are back. We'd like to thank our corporate sponsors for their continued support of CMU Athletics: MFA Oil, the Braun Home, Jennings Premium Meats, Community Auto Sales and Service, Airlink, Drury Hotels, Missouri Pacific Lumber, Howard County Electric, and Commercial Trust Company. Those are the people that help us out with these broadcasts. And I will tell you that after today, we'll be back here Monday night. I will be back here Monday night when the men take on Hannibal LaGrange. Next scheduled home doubleheader will be against Evangel. That's on December the 5th. That's all. You can't get too far out with your looking at the schedule with all the health issues with COVID, with people being quarantined and having to switch schedules around. But that's where we're going to be back. We're supposed to be here Monday night. Tune back in here on the Eagles Sports Network. Kicked all the way across. Brennan with a look at a three. Doesn't take it. Schmerin kicks it all the way to the corner. Nelson doesn't take it. Inside it goes. Schmerin again. Try to get inside to Brzezowski. Too long in the lane, but they get no call. Missed shot by Brzezowski. And out with it. Kwamba underneath, can't get it to go. Boy, some really nice passing and just not being able to finish at the rim by the Lady Eagles, or they could have a pretty sizable lead right now. Brzezowski gets away with the travel, puts it up left-handed, can't get it to go. Schmerin underneath, tied up. It will be Central basketball. The undersized Lady Eagles battling underneath, doing a nice job. As I look at rebounding so far, 17 for Benedictine, 15 for the Eagles. Leah Johnson checks back in. Kwamba checks out. A little pressure coming from Benedictine. Jones ahead to Spiegel, right at the half-court line. Spiegel, here's her teammate, Nichols call Wolf. Ball fake, open three, in the air and good. Michelle Nichols with 14 in this first 2 quarters of play. Underneath it goes. Three in the way on the other end, not good. And Johnson with a rebound. Pulls it out of there, tries to find somebody to get it to, and there will be a foul called inside. And that'll go on Allie Brzezowski, her second foul, and she's going to go to the bench. And checking in. I'm looking to see if that's 21. It better be because I don't have a 31. Carrasquillo. Jones. Gets it across half court against Kramer. Gives it to Spiegel. Spins down the lane to the hoop. Nice shot. Puts it up and in. And all of a sudden the Lady Eagles have an 8-point advantage. They've stopped the drive to the hoop. They've been able to limit the big girls inside. There goes Brennan underneath. She's going to kick it to the corner. Passed on a three, down the lane. Inside it goes. Back out again, and a travel called inside on Schmerin. Lady Eagles have already scored 20 in this period. They scored 17 in period number 1, and they've got 27 minutes and 44 seconds into period number 2. So Nichols playing catch with Jones. Jones gets it across the midcourt line. Pulling right wing, looks inside Johnson. She's going back and spin. She does. Left-hander, puts it up and in. Leah Johnson. She is a 6'2 freshman from Ewing, New Jersey, and another timeout call. We'll keep it here with that. 1:55 to go and a 10-point advantage for the Lady Eagles as they have battled. The size of Benedictine bothered the Lady Eagles early, and they took the ball to the hoop on a regular basis. Lady Eagles have set up shop in the lane defensively, drawing charging fouls, so that's limited the number of drives to the lane here lately. And the defense has been good enough, keeping the ball out of the Bigs' hands close to the basket, and they're having to work a little bit harder, and the Lady Eagles have taken the lead at 39-29. So it's Kramer, Brennan, Ronnebaum, Carrasquillo, and Schmerin on the floor for Benedictine. .156 to go. We're ready. Play back in, and Kramer gets the ball to bring it up the floor. Jones defensively against her. Carrasquillo. Jumper from the edge of the free throw line, no good, doesn't get anything. Saved, back in, but right to Pulling. She goes right past people down the lane, tries to lay it off, can't, gets it to Jones. Nichols thought about a three, thinks about it again, gets it inside, and an offensive foul on Johnson, and that's her third personal foul as she was fending off inside, did a little swim move to get position, and that's her third personal foul, third team foul of the second period. As the officials nicely wait long enough for Kawamba to get to the scorer's table and get in the game, and Johnson goes out. Graber, Brennan, Carrasquillo. That's Schmerin with the ball, long way from the basket. Happy to see that. That doesn't bother anybody. Brennan, top of the key, back inside. They're sagging and double teaming. Banker on the way, no good. Tipped around, ends up in Nichols' hands. Up ahead to Pulling. She pulls up and pulls a three on the way and hits it. Armani Pulling. She's got 8, and it's a 13-point advantage. Brennan with a three. Hits it. Second one of the ball game for her. Back to 10. Jones jogs it across the midcourt line. There gives everybody a little bit of a break. 15-second difference between game clock and shot clock. Shot clock at 12. Jones just dribbling it out. Takes it to the hoop, puts it up too hard. Schmerin with a rebound. Shot clock off. 19 on the game clock. And Benedictine will get a chance for the last shot of this second period. Schmerin with 6. Brennan where she's hit from. Inside it goes. Bounce. And a foul call. Basket goes. Carrasquillo with the basket with 2 seconds to go. Second foul on Zariah Jones. As Carrasquillo has a chance to cut this down. She's a 58.8% free throw shooter, misses it, and just going to run it out. Too far to go, and we are at halftime. Halftime score. Central 42. Benedictine 34. Benedictine, I have that reversed on my scorecard. Now I've got it right. Yeah, now I have it right. So Benedictine only scores 14 in the second period. Central scores 25, and they have an 8-point advantage here at halftime. We're going to take a break, and I'll read you some more about our sponsors while we do what we need to do. Community Auto Sales and Service is a one-stop shop for all your automotive needs, from brakes, tires, and oil changes to front end and alignments, engine repairs, batteries, and state inspections. They have everything and can do anything to keep you on the road safely. Proud supporter of Eagle Athletics. AirLink Rural Broadband is your local wireless and fiber internet provider. Family owned and operated with coverage options in Sheraton, Howard, Saline, and surrounding counties. Interested in wireless or fiber service? Visit us at airlink123.com for all your info on all your internet needs. Again, want to say thank you to our corporate sponsors, MFA Oil, the Braun Home, Jennings Premium Meats, Community Auto Sales and Service, Airlink, Drury Hotel, Missouri Pacific Lumber, Howard County Electric, and Commercial Trust Company. We're going to take a break. We'll be back with halftime statistics for you in about 2 minutes or so, as we'll be back here on the Eagle Sports Network. Halftime, you see the men out on the court shooting. We've got men's action right after this one, about 20 minutes after this game. The ladies' game ends. We'll have the men then for Central Methodist and Benedictine. Hope you'll come back for that. We'll stop this broadcast right after the game is over, take a quick break, get things reset, and then we'll come back for the men's action. Scoring in this first half, as I will look at my stat sheet and get you those numbers. For Benedictine, they're led by Allie Kramer with 8, and then 6 points apiece for Sam Brennan. Twyla Carrasquillo, 5 points for Allie Brzezowski. 4 points for Natalie Schmerin. 3 points for Elia Raines. 2 points for Heather Ronnebaum. And for those of you that are listening, the Benedictine folks listening, and you did not hear Skylar Washington's name mentioned, that's because she has not scored in this ball game. She averages 13 a game, and she is scoreless right now. For the Lady Eagles, who are up 42-34, they are led by Michelle Nichols with 14. 10 points for Vonda Kwamba. 8 points for Armani Pullen. 6 points for Leah Johnson off the bench. 2 points apiece for Savannah Lang and 2 points for Natalie Spiegel. That was your scoring. For the Eagles, they've got a couple of girls in foul trouble. Leah Johnson's got 3. Jones has got 2. Spiegel got 2 in the first period, and that's all she's got so far. So she's all right now at that point. Two fouls for Skylar Washington, 2 fouls for Allie Brzezowski, and that's where we're at. We'll come back and give you a few more things right after this series of ads from Central Methodist, where you're listening to action on the Eagle Sports Network.
At last, an approach to teaching and learning that connects the traditional classroom to the real world at Central Methodist University. Now you can learn the way you live and the way you'll work with the new Digital U, available only on the campus of CMU. Be more. At last, an approach to teaching and learning that connects the traditional classroom to the real world at Central Methodist University. Now you can learn the way you live and the way you'll work with the new Digital U, available only on the campus of CMU. Be more.
How do you make traditional education more effective for today's job market? You transform it. Now the only limit to your education is your imagination. The new Digital U at Central Methodist University. Be more. How do you make traditional education more effective for today's job market? You transform it at Central Methodist University. Now the only limit to your education is your imagination. The new Digital U, available only on the campus of CMU. Be more.
Halftime, a little over 5 minutes to go. Men are still out shooting hoops. None of the ladies have come back out yet for the second half. Give you some more halftime statistical information. Field goal percentage, Benedictine shooting 37.5% on 12 of 32 shooting from the floor. For the Lady Eagles, they're shooting 45.7% as they're 16 of 35 from the floor. Free throws, Benedictine 4 of 8 for 50%. Central 6 of 11. Or these are three-pointers, I'm sorry. 4 of 8, 50% on three-pointers for Benedictine. 6 of 11, 54.5% for the Lady Eagles. Free throw line, 6 of 9 for Benedictine, 67%. 4 of 5 for the Lady Eagles, 80%. Rebound-wise, Central Methodist out-rebounding Benedictine, even though Benedictine has a size advantage, 21-19. That's 18 defensive rebounds and 3 offensive for Central. 16 defensive rebounds and 3 offensive rebounds for Benedictine as the Lady Eagles are coming back out onto the floor. Assists, 7-6 in favor of Central. Steals, 3-2 in favor of Central. The turnovers, Benedictine was 7. Central was 6. 1 block shot by the Eagles. That's the only one. Team foul, Central 10. And Benedictine with 8. Leader scorer in the ball game, Michelle Nichols with 14 for Central. Allie Kramer has 8 rebounding leaders. Jones, the smallest player on the floor, with 5 for Central. Kramer's got 5 as well for her side. Assist leader, Jones has got a pair. Kramer's got a pair. Points in the paint, 16 apiece for both sides. Bench scoring, 11 for Benedictine, 8 for Central. Second chance points, 2 for Central, none for Benedictine. So doing a good job on the boards are the Lady Eagles. Points off turnovers, 0 for both sides. So that's all of the stats for this first half of play. Lady Eagles out. Here come the Lady Ravens from Benedictine back onto the floor as we've got about 2.5 minutes before the horn will buzz and we'll be ready to start period number 3. It was 20-17 Benedictine after the first period. And then Central went on a 25-14 run in the second period to pull out to an 8-point advantage. It's got to be more than that, 25-14. Yeah, that's what it was. It was a 3-point Benedictine lead, and it's an 8-point Central lead here at halftime. First period, Benedictine was able to get to the basket a lot. Dribble, drive, and dish. Or post up big girls inside as they've got a height advantage. Coach Davis countered that with a little more speed on the floor and has them sinking back in, daring threes to be shot. Benedictine's taken it to the hoop a few times, about 3 in that second period, and got called for offensive fouls as they went to the basket and ran into a Central defender. So that slowed down that part of the game for Benedictine. And then that sinking defense there, as soon as the ball goes inside to one of the bigs from Benedictine, Central's sending the guard back that's closest to double down and make them kick it back out. And the 3 ball has not fallen well for Benedictine yet, even though I said they were 4 of 8 on 3-pointers, and 3 of 3 are Kramer and Brennan. After that, the rest of the team is 1 out of 5. So Lady Eagles have identified where the scoring's coming from and have stopped that part of the scoring from continuing on. Again, Coach Davis before the game tells me that he has 5 girls now that are going to be eligible at semester break. So he's talked to his girls a little bit, and I was talking to him about the fact that Massanet was not going to be able to play today. And I said, well, hopefully somebody steps up, and you may get somebody Wally Pip today. And he says that he talked about that this week, about who was going to be the Lou Gehrig. And he looked at Massanet, and she said, not me. And for those of you that don't know that story, that aren't old enough to know it, Wally Pip was the first baseman for the New York Yankees until he got sick with a headache one day, and Lou Gehrig came in to take his spot. And Lou Gehrig then played a couple of 1,800 games in a row, and Pip never got back on the field for the Yankees. So if you get Wally Pip, that means that you were a player, got a day off for whatever reason, and somebody took your spot. So we're about ready to go. It'll be Benedictine basketball as we get set for the second half of play, and it looks like the original starters are on the floor for both sides. That's Jones, Pulling, Kwamba, Nichols, and Spiegel for the Eagles. Kramer, Brennan, Carrasquillo. She's not a starter, but she is starting this half. Schmerin and Washington. That's Washington. They'll like to get her started. Kramer, inside it goes. That's Carrasquigo inside. Gets her shot blocked by Kwamba. She ahead of the pack to Jones. Bounce pass over to Pulling. Puts it up and in. Quickly down the floor. Kramer stepped through. Has her shot blocked by Nichols. And it comes out on a 3-on-2 run the other direction. Kwamba again. Bumps into it. An offensive foul called on Vonda Kwamba. Second personal foul. Back to a 10-point advantage. Quickly checking in Lang. Pulling going to check out. Savannah Lang in. Armani Pulliam out. She's got a cramp as she's stretching on the sideline. Kramer. Lee Kramer. Allie Kramer. This is Washington, who hasn't scored in the ball game. That's a big story. Double team, inside it goes. Down inside and good. Natalie Schmarren with the basket. She's got 6. This is Lang. Going to get a pick from Kwamba. Around it. Pulls up free throw line. Back inside. Kwamba give and go. Nice play. And a basket. Washington well beyond the 3-point line. Brzezowski. Washington, 3 straight up. Doesn't get anything, but there's Schmerin with the grab the rebound off the errant shot. Puts it up and in. Jones going to take it to the hoop. Puts it up. Can't get it to go, but she's going to go to the free throw line and shoot a pair. And if we get a chance. Jones at the line. First free throw is good. Second free throw no good. Quickly down the floor. Schmerin, top of the free throw line. Inside it goes to Brzezowski. Spins down, left hand up off the glass and good. Down to 7. Pulling back in the game after the cramp injury. Steps around. Kwamba to the hoop, lays it up and in. Vonda Kwamba. She's got 14. Back to a 9-point advantage. Kramer gets it across. Washington on the right wing against Kwamba. Spins, left hand to the basket, can't get it to go. Kwamba with a rebound, ahead to Pulling on the run. She pulls up for a jumper, won't go. And Brzezowski with a rebound. Kramer gets the ball from her, 7:20 to go here in period number 3. Brennan with a couple of threes from too far out. Brzezowski free throw line jumper won't go. Spiegel with a rebound, dribbles it up the floor. Pulling baseline jumper, good. Armani Pulling, and a timeout call by Benedictine. Pulling with 12, so Nichols with 14, Kwamba with 14, Nichols with 12, and an 11-point advantage. Let's see if we can go back and grab a replay that I got while we're waiting for this. This was one of the nice pass plays. Long bounce pass right there. Lays up and in. That was Kwamba. Off of a nice bounce pass. We're going to try and get more of those for you. As I'm the Lone Ranger right now with everybody being gone. We've got a cameraman, and that's it. I'm your play-by-play color guy, and I'm also the producer for this. So I've got a lot to do, but it's not unusual. I do this on a regular basis for a lot of high school sports. So we'll see if we can incorporate some more instant replay into some things as we go along during this second half of basketball, period number 3 here at the women's game. It was 42-34 at the half. $11-point advantage for the Lady Eagles right now. Lang, Jones, Kwamba, Spiegel, and Nichols on the floor. Kramer, Brzezowski, Brennan, Washington, and Schmerin on the floor. Looking inside, kicks it around. Brennan, she's got a couple of threes. Going to decide to drive, kick it back out. Kramer doesn't want to shoot a three. Even though she's got one, passes it to Washington, looks inside, ball fake. Brzezowski to the hoop, steps through, and a foul will be called on the way there, and I think that's going to be on Vonda Kwamba. That'll be her third personal foul. Oh, it's on Natalia Spiegel, and it's her third personal foul. Brzezowski is a 71% free throw shooter. She is 22 of 31 on the season, so she's been at the line about 6 times a ball game. Hits the first one. 10-point advantage, 6:34. Brzezowski's got 8 in the ball game. Second free throw, also good. And we've got a sub coming in. Carrasquillo into the ball game. Brzezowski out. Nichols to Jones. Little 1-2-2 pressure coming this way. As soon as Jones steps across, she gets it to Nichols. There's the pressure, but Nichols breaks it right to the hoop. Kwamba lays it up and in. Nice passing by the Lady Eagles, and they did that in the first half, but the shots didn't fall. Now they are. There's Kramer. Carrasquillo. Schmerin down the road, but down the lane. Fouled on the way to the basket. That foul's on Kwamba now. She's got 3. Spiegel's got 3. Kwamba's got 3. Schmerin at the free throw line to shoot a pair. First one is good. She's an 82% free throw shooter. Benedictine for the season shoots 69% from the stripe. Both good. Kinley Nelson into the ball game. Kramer checks out. Jones gets it across the midcourt line. 9-point advantage for the Lady Eagles. Jones, couple of picks. Spiegel wants to take it down the lane, step through. Can't get it to go. It looked like it rolled off of her hand just a little bit as she tried to get it up to the hoop. Washington, Schmerin, Brennan. Straightaway 3 on the way, no good. That was Nelson who missed it. There's Spiegel on the way, and she's going to be called for a travel. She caught it in flight, took a step before she got the ball on the floor, and it's a turnover against the Eagles. Still a 9-point advantage. We played about 2.5 minutes of this third period so far. Spiegel goes for a steal, doesn't get it. Free throw line jumper won't go. Tipped and goes out of bounds, and it will be Central basketball off the missed shot. Nichols to Jones, still a 9-point advantage. Lady Eagles with the basketball. Back to Nichols, out by midcourt. Dribbles around, now she's got a height advantage. Pulls up for a 3, can't get it to go. Schmerin had it, got tipped away, tied up, and it'll be Central basketball on the alternating possessions as Leah Johnson gets ready to check back into the ball game. She's got 3 fouls. So 3 Lady Eagles with 3 fouls apiece. Michelle Nichols checks out with her 14 points in the game. Allie Brzezowski checks back in. Schmerin going to check out, so size for size there. Lang to get it in. Inside it goes to Johnson. She spins to the lane. Puts up a little runner, can't get it to go. Goes after her own rebound. And the foul looks like it's going to be called on Allie Brzezowski on the rebound. Pulling checks back in. Spiegel checks out. Armani Pulling back into the ball game. 5:01 to go. Foul instead was called on Ronnebaum. First foul. Pulling. Off the glass. Can't get it to go. There's Johnson with a rebound. Can't get it to go. She's over the back but gets away with it twice and scores. She's got 8 off the bench in the ball game for the Eagles. Tipped away by Lang. Almost stolen by Pulling. Top of the key. Inside it goes. Carrasquillo has her shot blocked by Johnson. Has it blocked. Nelson puts it up and has it blocked again by Johnson. That's 2 blocks in this trip down the floor. 8 on the shot clock for Benedictine. 11-point advantage for the Eagles. Comes in, and it's errant, and it's going to go out of bounds, and it's a turnover to go to the Eagles. Pulling thought about grabbing it, but knew it was going to take her out of bounds, so she lets it go, and it does go out of bounds. Here comes Kwamba from the other end to take the ball inbound. She's the designated throw-in person. Jones, straight man for Benedictine right now. Jones running some clock around the double screens at the top. Pulling's got it. Straightaway 3 in the air and good. Armani Pulling. 3 for 4 from the three-point line, and she's got 15 in the game, and it's a 14-point advantage for the Lady Eagles. Ronnebaum. Inside it goes. Carrasquillo turns, gets her shot blocked again by Johnson, but finds Brzezowski underneath for the basket, and it is 58-46. Pulling. Around the screen, she got Carrasquillo on her now. Inside it goes to Johnson. She spins the other way, puts it up, and gets it to go. She's been spinning her way toward the lane. This time she spins baseline and gets it to go. She's got 10, 4 players in double figures for the Lady Eagles as they're finding scoring from other places. There's a ball tipped and it goes out of bounds off of Lang's hands. Again, Masseret not playing in the ball game due to contact COVID issues. 21 points that have lost the lineup, but they've found scoring from other places in this ball game. Michelle Nichols back into the ball game. Vonda Kwamba checks out. 60-46, 3:13 to go. That's Brennan with Johnson on her. Inside it goes. Schmerin to the corner. Baseline, back out. Brennan's got a 3 lined up. She's hit those all night long. She's 3 for 3 from the three-point line. She's got 9 all on threes. Pulling with Brennan on her. Going to get a pick from Johnson right there. Going to try and go down the baseline to Johnson underneath. Spins. Jumper won't go, but there is Nichols with the rebound. Didn't hit anything, so the shot clock does not reset. Lang battling underneath. Tied up. It'll go to Benedictine, but nice hustle on the floor by Savannah Lang. Carrasquillo inbounds to Kramer back in the ball game. Nat Spiegel gets ready to check back in. Lang knocks it away. Kramer runs it down in the backcourt. Double team, gets it back across. Now Pulling with a steal. And then taken back by Brennan. Carrasquillo pulling us out at midcourt, limping around. Basket made. Ball game will stop, as I think that's that cramp thing, as she can't straighten out her right leg. She's going to go sit down and get stretched out again. This will be the second time she's gone out by way of a cramp. So Spiegel back in to Lang. Going to go around Nichols' screen. Looks inside. Johnson gets it with Schmerin on her. Pass out. Jones, Nichols, spin in the lane, kicks it back out. There's Johnson inside, gets it, kicks it back out to Spiegel. Still got 8 on the shot clock, still got plenty of time. There's Johnson underneath, puts it up in traffic and gets it to go. Leah Johnson, she's got 12. Top of the key. Kramer in the corner. Carrasquillo underneath, and there'll be a foul on Nichols. That's her second personal foul. To the free throw line will go Twyla Carrasquillo. First one rattles around, no good. One more free throw. As Spiegel tries to sneak her way down court, but Brennan sees that and goes back. Second free throw is good. 10-point advantage. Jones up the floor. She's done a nice job of taking care of the basketball in this game. Jump stop. Nichols wants a pick. Gets one from Jones. Now she's got a mismatch on her. Steps back. Shot on the way and good from just inside the three-point line. She's got 16 in the ball game. Brennan. Schmerin. Kramer down the lane against Lang. Gets it partially blocked. Tipped around. Johnson with it. Gets it and throws it behind the moving Zariah Jones. So a turnover. It'll go back to Benedictine in the corner. 50 seconds to go here in the third period. Brennan has it. Looks inside. Johnson with almost a foul going across. Marin turns, puts up a shot. Can't get it to go. Carrasquillo inside. She's fouled as she got a rebound. Twyla Carrasquillo. And that goes on Nichols, and that's her third. So 3 players on the floor with 3 fouls apiece for the Lady Eagles. First free throw, back of the rim, no good. Nichols with 3. Spiegel with 3. Johnson with 3 on the floor for the Lady Eagles. Kwamba gets ready to check back in. Spiegel with the rebound. Pushes it up the floor. Now turns around and gives it to Nichols, who thought about a 3 from NBA range. Instead takes the one from closer in. Johnson with a rebound. Baseline jumper won't go. And Nichols over the back picks up foul number 4 before they could get Kwamba into the game. Nichols picks up her 4th foul. And to the free throw line shooting the bonus will be Benedictine. Nichols checks out with 16, but she's got 4 fouls now with 28.5 to go. Kwamba checks back in. She's got 3, so there's still 3 players on the floor for the Lady Eagles with 3. Carrasquillo back at the line again. First one is good. Four for 6 from the free throw line for her right now. Hits them both. Armani pulling back into the ball game. Allie Brzezowski back in the ball game. Shot clock is off. Game clock on. And at 26 is Jones against Kramer. Gets it across midcourt. Here comes a double team. Dribbles through the double team, around it, and back out. And now going to hold on to it for the last shot. 9-10-point advantage for the Lady Eagles as they look to get the last shot of this third period. 8 on the game clock. Jones around, pulling. Just inside the three-point line. Tries to bank it, can't get it to go. Lang gets it and misses the shot at the buzzer. But at the end of three, 64-54. As the Eagles have stretched it out to a 10-point advantage. And I'll go back to my sponsors and read that for you again. Thanks to all our corporate sponsors for their continued support of CMU Athletics, MFA Oil, LeBron Home, Jennings Premium Meats, Community Auto Sales and Service, Airlink, Drury Hotels, Missouri Pacific Lumber, Howard County Electric, and Commercial Trust Company. Community Auto Sales and Service is a one-stop shop for all of your automotive needs. From brakes, tires, and oil changes to front-end alignments, engine repair, batteries, and state inspections, they have everything and can do anything to keep you on the road safely. Proud supporter of Eagle Athletics. Airlink Rural Broadband is your local wireless and fiber internet provider. Family-owned and operated with coverage options in Sheraton, Howard, Saline, and surrounding counties. Interested in wireless or fiber service? Visit us at airlink123.com for all your info on all your internet needs. We'll be back here Monday night for a men's game as Hannibal LaGrange will come to town. And then after that, on Saturday, December the 5th, on the schedule it says Evangel, but I think that maybe has been changed. So we'll see if we can find on something else, because I think that's been changed to a different day. That was a schedule that I had earlier. The referee's counting bodies on the floor. It is Central Methodist basketball to start this fourth period of play. Kwamba, Jones, Johnson, Pulling, and Lang on the floor for the Lady Eagles. That's Kwamba with the ball. She goes right around. Who's guarding her? Puts it up and in. She's just too quick for the big that's guarding her, and she's too big for the quick that will have to guard her later on. Kramer with the ball, 12-point advantage. We've just started period number 4. Lang ball hawking, trying to find somewhere to get a ball. That was Raines with it. Inside it goes. That's Raines, puts it up too hard. Johnson with a rebound above the crowd. Pulling gets it. She's going to accelerate against Kramer. Behind her back, down the lane, kicks it to the corner. Lang, and an offensive foul called on Armani Pulling. So Benedictine does to Central what Central's been doing to Benedictine by standing up. First team foul. 3 timeouts left on the board for the Eagles. 2 timeouts for Benedictine. So we'll get that cleared up on your scoreboard for you real quick. Tipped around. Brennan, inside it goes. Schmerin, and there's an offensive foul called on her. Her second personal foul. First foul of this quarter. Jones brings it up. Johnson's going to set a pick. Kwamba's going to set a pick, and then they're going to roll off of it. Set up their offense. Lang around the corner. Needs to get Kwamba out of the way, but Brennan picks the pocket. Takes it down the floor, lays it up and in. Sam Brennan with the pick and the score. Back to 10, 66-56. Lang almost walks. Gets it to Pulling. She's going to pull up for about a 16-foot jumper and hit it. Pulling was 17. Kwamba with 18. Brennan on the right wing. Looks inside, back out to a pick and roll, and another offensive foul on Schmerin as Jones takes the charge underneath the basket. Her third personal foul. Nat Spiegel back in the ball game. Jones going to come back left and get that pick from Johnson. No, she reverses, goes right to the corner to Lang. Savannah Lang going to take it around the corner. Spiegel, free throw line, and there's a foul on Lang for an offensive foul. Illegal pick. Second personal foul on Lang. Second foul on Eagles here in this period. Allie Kramer brings it across. Brzezowski a long way from the basket. Schmar a long way from the basket. Kramer. And there's a foul underneath. And no matter who it's called on, it's going to be the fourth on somebody, I guarantee you. Vonda Kwamba, that is her fourth. So she joins Michelle Nichols with 4 fouls. Nichols on the bench. Inbounds it comes. Inside Schmar. 3 on the way by Brennan. That's her first miss of the ball game. Johnson doesn't pull it down, gets it ahead, 2-on-1. And there'll be a walk called on Lang as she took a couple of steps before she got the ball on the floor. Caught it in flight, didn't get it on the floor quick enough. Ronabaugh into the ball game. Brennan checks out. 12-point advantage, 7:25 to go. Kramer with Lang on her as Nichols gets ready to check back in. And there's a foul on Spiegel. Nope. Foul on Lang going by. Her third personal foul. So the fouls are mounting up, and that's already 4 fouls with less than a minute gone, or less than 3 minutes gone here in this fourth period. Benedictine will be in the bonus. Next central foul. And there's Jones drawing another charge inside on Brzezowski. She's got 3. 3 players on the floor for Benedictine with 3 fouls. Jones. Nichols just back into the ball game. Has to be careful with the drives. Lang picks up the errant ball, and then out's on the floor again. It'll be Benedictine basketball on the alternating possession. Kramer on the wing to Raines. Top of the key is Schmieren. Brzezowski thought about a 3, really wants to take it but can't. Kramer with it. Top of the key. Roll is Brzezowski. Got Nichols on her. Got to be very careful of this Nichols, but Johnson pulls it out. Ahead it comes to Jones, but it goes off her foot, but she's going to run it down. It was 2 on none, or 1 on none. There's Pulling with a 3 on the way, can't get it to go, but Nichols with a rebound. She's going to pull it back out and run some clock. Johnson comes to give her a pick just beyond the 3-point. A right foot on the 3-point line. It's a 2. And a timeout called. And while that timeout takes place, we'll see if we can't run one as well for you. We'll be back in 30 seconds here on the Eagle Sports Network.
How do you make traditional education more effective for today's job market? You transform it at Central Methodist University. Now the only limit to your education is your imagination. The new Digital U, available only on the campus of CMU. Be more.
6:13 to go here in the ball game, barring overtime. Lady Eagles with a 14-point advantage. It was 20-17 Benedictine after the first period. 42-34 Lady Eagles at half. 64-54 at the end of 3. 70-56 right now. The Eagles have outscored Benedictine 6-2 so far in this fourth period of play. Looking at the schedule. Yeah, the 5th has been changed to Park College, so it's not a home game with Evangel on that date. So we'll get that updated for you and get you informed about what's going on. 38-27 rebounding advantage for the Lady Eagles, as that's been a big part of this ball game. Benedictine has a size advantage. Central has found a way to negate most of that. Smarin, Kramer, pick and roll. Johnson cuts that off. Carrasquillo at the free throw line hits a jumper. She's got 11, so she's in double figures off the bench. Nichols, Spiegel, back to Nichols. Inside to Johnson, inside position, puts it up, can't get it to go, gets her own rebound, pulls it down, gets it knocked away, but it comes right back out to Pullings. Back inside, muscles her way in, gets the foul called on Schmerin underneath. A couple of 6'2 girls going at it there, as Schmerin with the foul. That's her 4th personal foul. She's got 10 points. Johnson at the line. First free throw. Good. 71-58. Coach Davis doing a great job today with juggling his lineup around to get people on the floor with his big scorer, his top scorer, 21 points out of the ball game. Has found scoring from a lot of different places, a lot of different players that'll only help in the future. Kramer has it knocked away. Carrasquillo, Raines, knocked around. It ends up back in Carrasquillo's hands. 10 on the shot clock. Kramer looks inside. And Johnson with a block. And shot clock should have expired, but they reset it. But it's dribbled out of bounds anyway by Schmerin. Just under 5 to go in this ball game. Men's game coming up about 20 minutes or so. We'll be back on the air about 20 minutes after this ends, the women's game. And then we'll get ready for men's action as Jones has done a nice job dribbling the basketball and taking care of it. Won't go. Johnson with a rebound, and it's going to be a foul on the floor, and that could be on Schmerin. And if it is, she will have fouled out of the ball game. That's her 5th. She fouls out of the ball game with 10 points and 8 rebounds. Kiara Smith, a 6'2 freshman from Kansas City, checks into the ball game. Her first action of the day. Johnson at the line to shoot free throws. She is 2 of 3 from the free throw line. Conversation with the officials about something. Pulling comes over to the bench to get a drink. You can see that in the left corner of your screen. She's had cramps in this ball game. Free throw by Johnson is good. She's got 18 points in the ball game for Nichols, 17 points in the game for Pulliam. And Kwamba's on the bench, and she's got 18 points. Both free throws good. Now a 16-point advantage. That'll be the biggest lead of the ball game. Kramer. Ronnebaum. Back to Kramer. Looking inside for Smith. Tried to pass it, couldn't get it there. Carrasquillo down the lane, puts it up, has her shot blocked by Johnson. Kicked out ahead. 1-on-3 is Pulling. She pulls up for a jumper, can't get it to go, and nothing but black jerseys underneath the basket as we approach 4 minutes to go in this game. And Johnson's got about 5 blocked shots right now. There's Kramer in the lane, puts it up and in. She's got 12, but she hasn't scored much lately. There's Spiegel beating the defense down the floor. Little jump hook won't go. Johnson over the back picks up her 4th personal foul. That's 6 block shots, and I'll guarantee you 5 of them are by Johnson, if not 6 of them by Johnson. And it will be Smith at the line. Johnson going to check out. Kwamba checks back in. 16 points checks out. 18 points checks back in. Both players with 4 fouls. As does Nichols underneath the basket, 14 in the white. First free throw rattles around and falls. Second one rattles around, no good. Carrasquillo loses the ball out of bounds. Brennan checks back in. Ronnebaum checks out. 3:47 to go. And a 13-point advantage. Eagles going to be content to run a little bit of clock. Kwamba ready to set a pick for Jones. Does. Jones takes it to the hoop, scoops it up and in. She's got 3 in the ball game, and the lead's back to 15. Down the lane, kicked back out. Brennan had a 3, pulls up for a jumper from the free throw line, can't get it to go. Smith with the rebound up and in. Kiara Smith. Jones has done a nice job running the offense, taking care of the basketball. Senior from Seattle, Spiegel, almost loses it off of her foot, gets it back to Nichols in the corner. Brennan all over her. Everybody shooting free throws from now on. Step back jumper won't go. Kramer with a rebound. Has it knocked from her. She picks it back up. Carrasquillo down the lane. Runner won't go. Kwamba knocks it out to Nichols. Ahead to Pulling. Coach Davis employing her to bring it back out and run some clock. Gets it to Jones. 2:29 to go. And there's a foul called on Sam Brennan away from the basket, but that'll put Zariah Jones at the free throw line. Kinley Nelson back in. Kramer out. Offense, defense. As Coach Folsom talks to Kramer on the sideline. First free throw hits the back of the rim, no good. 3 points in the game, 1 for 3 from the free throw line for Jones. Second one is good. 11 of 13 on the night from the free throw line, I believe, for the Lady Eagles. Much better than the last time I saw them. They were barely over 50%. Jones to the basket. Nichols fouls her. Or Smith to the basket, rather. Not Jones. Smith. Nichols fouls her, and she fouls out. She fouls out with 18 in the game. Michelle Nichols fouls out. 2:11 to go. Leah Johnson checks back in. She's got 4. And Vonda Kwamba on the floor has 4 for the Lady Eagles. As Kiara Smith has come in and put up 4 points in a hurry. Free throw, a basket, a free throw, and a second free throw. So she's got 5, and I don't think she scores anything close to 5 in a ball game. Jones with pressure in the backcourt. Gets it across, knocked away, but a foul will be called out away from the basket as Spiegel is fouled by Raines. Raines with her 4th foul. Spiegel at the line. First free throw rims out, no good. Second free throw is good. 13-point advantage with 2 minutes to go in this ball game. Brennan on the right side, looks inside, can't find anybody. Smith beyond the free throw line. Nelson with a three, can't get it to go. Smith with a rebound. Bodies flying everywhere. Spiegel and Johnson both around it. One of them's going to foul out. Oh, it's only her fourth. My mistake. Kiara Smith back at the free throw line. Looking at their stats real quick. She had not shot a free throw before today. She makes that. 2 for 3 from the free throw line. 5 points, 6 points in the ball game, rather. Makes them both. Minute and 37 to go. Ball comes into Jones. She runs it down, gets it across midcourt. It's a game of fouling right now. Foul and send the Eagles to the free throw line. Pulling with it. Gets some separation. Does so again. Pulls up underneath. Tries to get it to Spiegel. Does. Puts it up and in. She's got 5 in the ball game, and it's back to a 13-point advantage as we're down to 1:10 to go. Raines. Brennan in the corner, tries to get it underneath, tipped and doesn't get tipped, goes out of bounds off the hands of Sam Brennan. Be Eagle basketball, 1 minute exactly to go in this ball game. And it comes to pulling. Goes around Brennan. And she's fouled from behind by Brennan. So pulling to the free throw line. Pulling in the ball game with 18 or 17. She can become the leading scorer with a pair here. On the floor right now. Pulling's got 17. Kwamba has 18. Johnson has 16. Nichols has fouled out with 16. So 4 girls with 16 or more points for ladies. Second free throw good as well. Couple of subs. Lang going to check in. And checking in, Anna San Juan for Benedictine. Pulling checks out. Lang checks back in. This is Nelson bringing the ball up the floor. Lang waiting for her. Under 46 to go. Nelson turned around and had an open shot, but didn't take it. Now she's going to drive to the basket. Pull up, left-hander won't go. Tipped, and it comes down in Johnson's hands. It gets it back to Lang, to Jones, and we'll see if Benedictine, with 30 seconds left in the ball game, abandons the fouling effort and just lets it play out. They'll get the ball back, but they're down 15 in the game. 7-second differential between game clock and play clock. Jones around it. They're going to take it all the way down. Spiegel going to drive the lane. Puts up a little runner. Can't get it to go. Kiara Smith with a rebound. Reese Carlson was into the ball game. Throws it long and away. 1 second to go, and it's Central basketball, as they're going to win this one by the score of 82-67. Throw the ball in, hang on, and get the win. There it is to Jones. And there's the horn. There's your final score. 82-67 is your final score. Give you a quick rundown on the scoring for the Lady Eagles. They are led in the ball game. 18 points for Vonda Kwamba. 18 points for Michelle Nichols. 16 for Leah Johnson off the bench. 17 for Armani Pulling. 5 points for Nat Spiegel. 4 points for Zariah Jones, 2 points for Savannah Lang. So that's how the Eagles win this one. We're going to take a break. We'll be back in about 20 minutes for men's action. Women win 82-67. Come back in about 20. Men's basketball, same two teams, coming at you from Puckett Fieldhouse in just a few minutes. Come back in just a little bit and watch that action here on the Eagles Sports Network.